At the hospital, Steffi held her baby daughter and Liam marveled at both of them. Ridge entered and said he had been outside her door the whole time. The nurses told me. Meet your new granddaughter, Steffi said. Ridge greeted his granddaughter and said she was beautiful. Steffi said she had to call her mother. Liam formally introduced Kelly Spencer to her grandfather. Liam said Ridge was the renowned designer and spoiler of granddaughters and daughters. Steffi agreed and said that Kelly already had everyone wrapped around her finger. Dr. Phillips entered and greeted everyone. She congratulated the parents and grandfather and said she needed to examine the baby and Steffi. Ridge told Liam it was their cue to leave. He and Liam walked outside the room. At Forrester, Eric, Quinn, Pam, Thorne, Hope, and Brooke worried that they hadn't heard anything from the hospital. Pam said Steffi was strong like her namesake grandmother. Brooke admitted that she missed Stephanie because she had always been able to pull the family together during a crisis. Pam said it wasn't a crisis. She added that plenty of babies were born before their due dates, and she had been one of them. Pam assured everyone Steffi and the baby would be fine. Hope hid a photo of Steffi with Liam in the office and looked nervous. Brooke's phone rang, and it was Ridge. He reported that Kelly had arrived and Steffi and daughter were fine. Brooke announced the news to everyone, and they were relieved and yelled congratulations to Ridge. Brooke asked about Liam, and Ridge said he was a proud papa. He added that he planned to stay longer at the hospital and Liam had gone out to get some air. Ridge thanked Brooke for her confidence that everything would be fine. They hung up, and Thorne announced it was time to celebrate the newest member of the family. He and the others left to find a bottle of champagne and other treats. Brooke and Hope discussed that it had been an intense day. Hope said it had been frightening to think that Steffi could have lost the baby, but Liam is finally a father to that precious little girl. At the hospital, Liam returned and embraced Ridge. They peeked in the hospital room window at Steffi as she slept. Ridge said he had talked to everyone and they were all thrilled. Liam smiled. Liam wondered how a new father was supposed to feel. He explained that he'd felt every possible emotion all at once. Sounds about right, Ridge said. Ridge and Liam chatted about how Kelly's birth could change the course of their lives. Ridge advised Liam to give Kelly a loving home with two parents. Ridge admitted it might not be the perfect time to offer such advice, but he didn't want Liam to someday have regrets that he should have made it work with Steffi. That's your family in there. They're here because of you. Choose them, Ridge said. Ridge added that Liam had learned the truth from Steffi about Bill and how he'd tried to derail Liam's marriage. Liam entered Steffi's room, and Dr. Phillips joined them with the baby. Phillips said the baby was fine, and she gave her back to Steffi, who cradled the baby in her arms. Just look at her, Steffi said. She and Liam were amazed at the feeling of being parents. They recalled that they had wanted her for so long. Steffi said she had recalled the motorcycle accident in which she'd lost their first baby. Liam said they had no worries. She will be fierce like her mama, Liam said. He grasped Steffi's hand and kissed it. They talked about how Kelly was a miracle, and she looked like Steffi. They were both tearful. Steffi told Liam she had to tell him something that would make him unhappy because she always wanted to be truthful. She explained that Bill had shown up at her house, and she had screamed at him to leave. When he left, she slammed the door and then fell. It was all because of him, Liam said. He was angry, but Steffi encouraged him not to express any negativity around her or the baby. Kelly started to cry and Liam apologized. I love you, Liam said to Steffi. She was surprised, and they kissed. Cha-cha-cha, she whispered. They both laughed, and Liam whispered cha-cha-cha to Kelly. Ridge watched from the window and smiled. At Forrester, Hope and Brooke discussed that Liam had a new life. Hope lamented that she had wanted to be Mrs. Liam Spencer, but she was happy for him. She knew he had to make a choice, but she felt she'd lost him. He just saw his daughter for the first time, Hope said. Brooke argued that Hope and Liam were meant to be together. She didn't want Hope to worry. Brooke embraced Hope.
The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Hope will need to get on with her life after Liam reunites with Steffi. She's going to have a huge void to fill after losing Liam. Interestingly, it looks like Hope's future may involve Detective Sanchez, the young enhanced officer who was investigating Bill's shooting 8 while back. B&B buzzes that Hope and Detective Sanchez will be sharing several scenes in the near future. What could this mean? First off, we could be looking at a new B&B coupling. Hope needs to get her mind off of Liam, and there's no better way to do it than to start a new relationship. Hope really needs someone who is 100% into her and not hung up on someone else. Detective Sanchez seems like the perfect choice. He's a clean slate. Or it could be that Hope and Detective Sanchez will be sharing scenes due to a revived investigation into Bill's shooting. Last we saw Detective Sanchez, he seemed to know that Bill was holding something back and he might decide to question those close to Bill. As the ex-fiancé of Bill's son, Hope would certainly qualify. This raises an interesting possibility. Hope's bound to have some remaining bitter feelings towards Steffi since Steffi once again took Liam from her. And Steffi has a lot to lose if Detective Sanchez revives his investigation into Bill's shooting. Her mother could be discovered as the shooter and serve serious prison time. What if Hope found out, or strongly suspected, that Taylor was the shooter and somehow tipped off Detective Sanchez? It would be a way for Hope to get revenge on Steffi. To help put her mother in the slammer. What's going to happen between Hope and Detective Sanchez? And will their pairing bring a convenient opportunity for Hope to get her revenge on Steffi? More, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks tease that the baby will be on everyone's mind. During the week of June 4th to 8th, Steffi will go through an exhausting delivery. However, she'll be happy that Liam's right there with her. They'll bond as Steffi gives birth and their little girl finally makes her debut. Meanwhile, Eric will high hopes for Kelly. He'll feel like Steffi and Liam will inevitably be drawn together through this child. Eric will cross his fingers that everything works out for this family. He'll just want to see Liam, Steffi and Kelly happy. Later, Eric will have a chance to meet Kelly in the hospital. B&B fans will be treated to some adorable scenes, so don't miss them. Other Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam will mull over his decision. Hope will eventually wonder what the verdict is. All this waiting around will really drive her crazy. Hope will just want to know if they have a future or if he's going back to Steffi. She'll prepare herself for potential disappointment, which is obviously for the best. Hope can't compete with the pull of a newborn. Liam will declare that he's choosing Steffi, but he'll still want Hope in his life. It'll be awfully hard to hurt her. Liam couldn't bear the thought of losing Hope as a friend, so she'll probably assure him that she's not going anywhere. Hope will hate that they can't be together romantically, but she's always going to care about Liam. After taking a little time to sulk, maybe they can revisit life as pals. The week of June 11th to 15th will bring Alexander Avon to town. Xander is Julia's nephew and Maya's cousin, so he's got some family connections on canvas. After Xander flies in from England, he'll get to work at Forrester Creations and keep a buried secret to himself, for now. Other Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Ridge and Brooke's conflict will continue. They'll naturally disagree about Liam's decision to reunite with Steffi. Their marriage is slowly falling apart, so let's hope they can push it back together soon. Sally will also make her big comeback on June 15th. A lot's happening over the next couple weeks, so stay tuned to watch it all play out. We'll give you updates as other B&B news comes in. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Liam will soon end things with Hope and reunite with Steffi. Ever since Wyatt stopped Lope sweating with the news of Bill's deception, the writing has pretty much been on the wall for Hope, and everyone seems to see it. That is, everyone but Brooke. You'd think that once Bill's deception came to light, Brooke might have urged her daughter to really evaluate whether Liam is the man for her. After all, Liam wouldn't have proposed to Hope if not for Bill's actions, and Liam's got a new baby with another woman. But no. Brooke actually doubled down and started pushing harder for Lope to get married anyway, before Liam has had a chance to truly evaluate his feelings. It looks like Brooke will continue to push Hope to get Liam into a quick marriage, even as Liam clearly inches closer and closer toward a life with Steffi and baby Kelly. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Brooke will remain hopeful that Lope will overcome every obstacle they've faced. She just refuses to believe that her daughter will lose this fight. Sadly, the more Brooke pushes for Lope, the more she alienates Ridge, who wants Liam to be with Steffi. Ridge have experienced considerable friction over the Hope-Liam-Steffi situation, and this friction will continue and probably worsen. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Ridge will soon confide in Thorne about the difficulties he's faced with Brooke and the stress it's putting on his marriage. Brooke will also ruffle some of Quinn's feathers when she blames Wyatt for Hope's predicament with Liam. Brooke may argue that Wyatt should have let Hope's wedding take place despite his knowing about Bill's deception. This probably won't go over well with Quinn, who will likely argue that her son did the right thing and the real culprit in this situation is Bill. What will have to happen for Brooke to realize that Liam and Hope are not going to be together? When will she finally come around? Hope likely sensed her rushed wedding day was old and borrowed, but she wasn't the only one feeling blue, since the day ended with rival Steffi going into labor. Breathe through it with 2 scoops, Mike. Oh, baby, scoopers. Nothing like a wedding to bring out joy and harmony, except when you're part of the crew that exists on B&B. Wannabe material boy Wyatt finally made like Spike Lee and did the right thing, and as a result, Bill isn't going to need much space on his desk for Father's Day cards this year. But our girl Steffi be trippin', which could have baby Kelly born under an unplanned astrological sign. Let's scoop about it. Donna Logan needs to stop shedding tears at weddings and start shedding them about the fact she only ever gets to show up at weddings. This girl is a legacy character that made her first appearance in the show's 1987 premiere, and she can't get a storyline to save her life. And, of course, all rudderless family and friends had to hang out with nothing to do but wonder why Liam's wedding hit a snag. I know, I bitch about this practically every column, and it's highly unlikely we're ever going to get most of the canvas in rotation again like the old days. How hard can it be for a half-hour show to tell story for everyone? Do it like Port Charles used to in 13-week installments if need be. At least then we'll know certain things will wrap up, and everyone's favorites will get their time in the spotlight. Instead, everyone got a moment to query why Wyatt slammed the brakes on the ceremony. Carter made a joke about not getting to deliver the speech he wrote. How about asking Donna on a date? Thorne had to keep all his sexiness to himself while probably considering getting a refund on his ducks. And Quinn ... What the hell was that? Did I see Hope being nice to her and sharing concern? Maybe Hope sent her one-time monster-in-law Liam's forgiveness roses, because outside of that, there's no way Hope should be giving Quinn the time of day, much less accepting Quinn's reassurance. Why did Hope leave town in 2014? Because Hope fell down the stairs and miscarried Wyatt's baby after fending off the ultimate helicopter mom, divorcing Wyatt over Quinn's part in it. Ain't no Hallmark card gonna patch that up. Maya had to stop Rick from charging into Liam and Wyatt's mid-ceremony seminar twice. I think he forgot he already wanted to do that last Friday, while Hope and Katie texted their bs as if they were going to get an answer in that moment. Meanwhile, Ridge barked that Bill was once again playing his own boys. Okay, Ridge was right, but where did he get that? He didn't have a single shred of proof. Bill Gate? Anyone? Upstairs, Liam couldn't believe that Bill had just staged a seduction scene so Wyatt would think Steffi was still carrying on with Bill. Why couldn't Liam believe it? Next to burning down the Spectra building then blowing it up with Liam inside, a pretend affair was child's play. But it finally sank in, most pleasingly so when Liam snagged Wyatt for taking bribes in the whole scenario. Wyatt, what the hell?